and welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a shell challenge that I found on Instagram by HeppiSims. I really just wanted to do a Christmassy holiday house, and I just thought it would be fun to do like a shell, so I found this on Instagram. I kind of was struggling a lot with this floor plan, so I cut out a lot of clips because it took me like 45 minutes to kind of figure out what I wanted to do with this. The whole idea and inspiration was like Santa's house, so I'm gonna make this like really like cozy and cute and Christmassy. Here I'm just like working on the roofs, which I also like seem to really struggle with. I don't know if it's just me or if anyone else really struggles with roofing in Sims 4. I really miss auto roofs from Sims 3. So yeah, I'm just working on the roof here. And then speaking of shell challenges, I also am doing my own. It's like my first shell challenge that I'm hosting. It's not really anything like super official. There's no prize, but it's just for fun. You can find it in the gallery under Cat X NATO 420, and it's Simcat Bubble Shell. It was really fun. I just kind of made it really round and like all kinds of weird shapes, so it's kind of inspired by like bubbles. So that's kind of why I called it the bubble shell. I also uploaded what I did with my own shell. It's CC free and available to download in the gallery as well. There's really no like official deadline for my shell. I'm just kind of doing it for fun. I'll be doing tours over on my TikTok, which is Sim or S1MX Simcat on TikTok, where I'll just be kind of posting clips of me doing tours and rating them. Don't worry, I'm not going to give anyone like a 0 rating. But okay, back to what I'm working on in this current shell challenge. Here I just was doing some landscaping because I was still in my mind trying to figure out what I wanted to do with on the inside. So I was like, let me focus on the outside a little first. Usually I do inside first, then outdoors, but I was still kind of in my mind making up what I wanted to do. I kept trying to find like holiday specific items, so I kept trying to search things, and I just wish there was a little more. So here I'm just decorating the outside, trying to add some like cutesy little things to make it more festive and like really over the top Christmas, because that's kind of what I wanted it. I wanted it to look over the top and kind of crazy. So yeah, I'm just adding some wreaths, kind of switching up the windows. And I really hate how unsymmetrical it is right there with that window in front of the door, but I love using the debug items, especially to make like these little stone paths. So that's what I was doing here. I love doing this. I do this in almost every one of my builds. I just think it looks so natural. Here I was trying to find some like wintry plants, but I didn't really have much luck, so I just kind of found like a bush, and I was like, oh, that kind of works, just to add a little more greenery, even though there's really no green because of the snow, but you know what I mean. I didn't cut out all of this because the editing was just taking forever. I think it took me like 4 or 5 hours to film this, so it's kind of crazy. So here I finally am getting to decorate and do the inside. Here I picked just like this bright red and white wallpaper because I couldn't really find anything that I liked too much. I didn't really want flowers or anything just because of it being a Christmas build, so I tried to stick with like flat colors. It took me a while to figure this out on that's why I kept kind of like moving the camera around a lot, because I'm like, where do I want to put what? But then I finally kind of imagined in my head what I wanted, and I knew I wanted like this old-fashioned kind of kitchen. So I did use a lot of like country living here, or cottage living I should say. Put up some half walls just to kind of give it a little bit more separation without, you know, completely blocking it off. I still wanted it to kind of look open and bright. And again, like this isn't supposed to be there's like a really huge functional house. I just wanted it, I pictured kind of just like just Mr. and Mrs. Claus living there alone in their little cottage. Maybe this is just something, you know, beside his whole workshop. So here I have kind of, Santa's chair. I wanted it to kind of stand out more. And here I'm putting some trees. And again, it's supposed to be like over the top. It took a lot of adjusting to try to like make things look perfect. I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to things like this. And then I ended up switching the trees because I liked the way that those trees looked more than that one, which kind of looks more cartoony and fake looking. But I still did like it, so I was like, well, I'll just keep it, just kind of move it over because it's Santa. Why would he not have 3 Christmas trees? So here's just a little area by the fireplace with some rocking chairs, and this was probably one of my favorite little spots to build was Santa's little desk and where he does his naughty and nice list. And then it kind of in my mind I kind of pictured Santa like saving all the Christmas cards that he got from like all his kids, that send in Christmas cards and stuff. So I did try to put a lot of those in this build because I just pictured them like saving them. So here I am starting to decorate the little toy area that I wanted to put. I kind of pictured this as being like a little packaging area where Santa puts gifts together. Maybe Mrs. Claus helps, separate from the workshop. Maybe this is just like, a little area that they do something. I don't know. I was just kind of rolling with it and going with the flow. I knew I wanted to have a section with like a bunch of toys. I definitely had to put, of course, Baby Yoda. My daughters love Baby Yoda, and I'm sure it's like super hot toy this year, so I was like, definitely got to put Baby Yoda in there. So I put a bunch of those down. I thought it was super cute, and I had a lot of fun filling in with all the toys. It did take me like at least a half hour to do this, but I think it came out so cute, and it's probably one of my favorite areas in this build. And like I said, I was just kind of going with the flow with things, and then I kind of had the idea to build a little like gift wrapping area, so I started building it here. This is just me kind of playing around and moving the presents around how I wanted. I really wanted it to look natural and not like super stiff looking, so to say, where everything's kind of placed perfectly. I was trying to fit in like these little tiny ones too, but it just really wasn't working out. And then of course, because of debug, there's just so many items that it really just takes forever to kind of find things. I saw these bows, so I was like, this is so cute, little wall accents. And then I started kind of putting together the idea of a whole area with like gift wrapping and presents. So this is when I decided to like move things around so I can have one whole wall full of, gift wrapping and things, and then the other all toys. And I love the way the bows and the little gift wrapping area came out. I placed it down to make it look a little messy so that they've kind of been working on getting those gifts out. And then, of course, I had to place some coal for those naughty kids. And then I resized this as well just to kind of make it look a little bit, more natural. Then filled in these spots with just some little toolboxes I figured and some clutter. And then I found I should, add some gold to the mix. So I added some gold bows, just a couple, just to fill in some more spots. I was looking for that piece originally and I couldn't find it, so when I finally found it, I was super happy. Figured it would be a cute little cutting area to cut like the gift wrap, and then, some more filling things, and then back to the toys. So I just started filling this in with some more toys. And here's when I started to fill in the room with the presents that I really wanted to be overflowing. I saw like the Christmas trees in the mason jars. I just thought it would be a cute little touch for around, like Santa's throne area. I kept like switching back and forth because I was really unsure of like what I wanted to place where. And whenever I would kind of see something, I would just get an idea and I was like, okay, I'll just kind of roll with this. I was hoping to put a vase or something there, but I couldn't really find anything that seemed to kind of fit in. So I just kind of went with, okay, well, we'll just fill in with presents then. Had to add a lot of presents under the tree. So I figured he could have multiple trees anyway, he has to fill up the room with those presents and it looks better under a Christmas tree. So here I am, filling in with lots of presents, again resizing just to make it kind of look better. Added more of those little Christmas cards or Christmas letters from all the kids. And then I'm just filling in with some more like festive things I was finding as I was kind of going through. And then of course I wanted to decorate the kitchen. I did kind of missed some of my clips, so I had to jump through. I cluttered up the kitchen. I wanted it to make it look really busy, like Mrs. Claus does a lot of baking. And then I added a lot of nutcrackers because I kind of pictured Santa collecting nutcrackers. So of course they'd be on his fireplace mantle. I wanted to place all different kinds and colors. And then added just some more like ornamental things to make it look more Christmassy and cute. I love these little snowmen and they look so cute sized down. And then again, I just wanted to fill in some of the wall spaces. I wanted to originally add paintings, but I couldn't find any like paintings that kind of look natural and Christmassy. Then just some more wreaths, kind of messed around here with what I wanted to do, and then I just put the little bow. Again, just some filler spots on the wall. I kind of pictured Mrs. Claus doing cross stitching, which I ended up not keeping that because it didn't really look right. This looked really neat, I thought, just to add little decor to like the railings and to kind of fill in the way that it's clipping there. So you'll see me kind of trying to find something to fill in to hide the clipping there. I ended up putting, you'll see this cute little flag thing, and it matches. Like, I tried to just stick with the red and white theme for just the kitchen area, and then I have like Santa's little snack area there. His jar of cookies and candies. Some more wreaths. I kept feeling like Santa's spot wasn't enough, so I just kept kind of going back to it and adding more and more. Here's just me adding some more little fancy stuff to make it look more lived in and cozy. Some candles, little flowers for the staircase, and I thought these were super cute. And then of course we have milk for Santa, and then again just wanting to make the kitchen look like Mrs. Claus has been baking and Santa likes his sweets, so I added like a little cupcake there because I couldn't find any of the cookies. But I added some little things here. It looks like she was baking maybe just now. Some lights for the little workstations, and upstairs I kept really struggling with. So here I'm placing their kind of bedroom, which I didn't really do too much to the upstairs. I really wanted to focus on the downstairs, which is like the main area. But, you know, we still had to have a cute little upstairs space for Mr. and Mrs. Claus. So here's me just filling the bedroom. Nothing too fancy. It looks kind of wonky because at this point I was just getting kind of tired of the build. And I had Christmas music, and you know, once you hit like the 3 to 4 hour mark of Christmas music, it kind of gets redundant. So I was kind of starting to lose the Christmas spirit after doing this for so many hours, but still tried to finish strong. Again, I added more of the Christmas cards and letters and things, and then just lots of candles, because this is, you know, just for them to go and relax and sleep after a long day of wrapping gifts and dealing with the elves. The bathroom I really don't like. I just threw it together, so I apologize, but again, it's not really supposed to be a functional build. It's just for fun, but I still made it like the red and gold theme just to make it kind of cute and cozy. Nothing too fancy though. Yeah, and then I just kind of sped through the bathroom because I did move things around a lot. I originally wanted to try to do like a platform tub, but then it just kind of got over the top and too fancy. So here I just kind of filled the walls. It kind of looked cheesy, but again, just wanted to fill it a little bit just to give something. So now I was just kind of looking around to see what needed to be added. So I added some cute little Christmas lights to the outside just for some extra touches. I think it turned out really cute too. Then I went back to the bathroom to kind of work on the lighting here because I totally forgot to add lighting. So added some lighting and some clutter to the bathroom. I'm a sucker for clutter. So of course we had to add some stuff for Santa and Mrs. Claus. And then I came up with the idea to add a little like area in the back for the reindeer. So here's me building that. Again, I was just going with the flow, and if I came up with an idea, I decided to add it. So yeah, it's just me making the little area for the reindeer out back for Santa to take care of. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much the build. This was me kind of just looking and checking if I needed anything else. And here's, I think, the